My brother Knights and friends in the Knights of Columbus in the Philippines. I was tasked, and I must admit that it is an honor and privilege to talk about KCFAPI on the occasion of its 50th Jubilee celebration this month, this year, 2008. To do that, however, allow me to bring you back on how KC arrived at the shores of the Philippines and the establishment of KCFAPI some 53 years later. As some of you may know, the first council established in the Philippines was Manila 1000 in 1905, when the Supreme Office at New Haven, Connecticut, USA, finally gave its permission after numerous requests by American Knights in the Philippines to establish a new council in the Philippines. But Manila 1000 was not given by Supreme Council the insurance aspect of KC in the Philippines as in the United States. This situation continued until the outbreak of the Second World War in 1941. When the Second World War ended in 1945, the country started its rehabilitation from the ruins of the war, and almost simultaneously, the three KC councils in the Philippines started to operate again through the efforts of surviving Knights and Father George J. Willmann, S.J., who was appointed as the first Philippine deputy. Father Willmann, in its several meetings with the Supreme Council, had proposed the expansion of KC in the Philippines and the extension of its insurance facilities to Filipino Knights. This effort of Father Willmann took a long time to bear fruits, as the Supreme Council only allowed the expansion of KC councils in the Philippines, but still without the insurance facilities. It was at this point that Father Willmann created an Insurance Philippine Committee to look into the possibility of establishing an insurance company for Filipino Knights. Finally, through the efforts of Father Willmann, 64 Knights and councils contributed 500 pesos each to start the initial capital of 32,000 pesos of KCFAPI. It was on September 9, 1958, when the Office of the Insurance Commissioner issued a certificate of authority to operate a mutual benefit association, making KCFAPI the first of its kind in the Philippines. KCFAPI's first office was in a one-room rented space located at the old DIMSCO building in Intramuros, Manila. KCFAPI's first years of operation was handicapped by the legal requirement being limiting the face value of coverage to 3,000 pesos only on any one life, representing the 10% of the paid-up capitalization. After several years, fraternal counselors or agents were bringing in applications well in excess of the 3,000 pesos and were reluctantly reduced to the legal requirement. The board, in a bold move, solved this problem and decided to buy an existing commercial life company, PhilAsia Life Assurance Corporation, to handle the excess applications that KCFAPI is limited to by way of direct acceptance or reinsurance. For many years, KCFAPI and PhilAsia operated on a different but parallel lines. When I was invited to join KC Group in 1993 by the former general manager, Gani Tolentino, I was still connected with a non-life insurance company as its president and was tasked to look into the possibility of lifting the face value limitation in coverage. Upon showing and convincing the Office of the Insurance Commission that KCFAPI is strong, if not stronger, than most existing commercial life company in terms of its accumulated net worth, the Insurance Commission finally lifted the face value limitation of KCFAPI. It was at this point that in 1998, the board decided to sell PhilAsia Life to an American GE company, as the original purpose in acquiring it became moot and academic. Thus, KCFAPI is now a better vehicle in making available its benefits and services to the more than 237,000 member Knights nationwide. To date, KCFAPI has over 8 billion worth of insurance policies in force, total resources of over 2.3 billion pesos, and net worth of over 437 million pesos. KCFAPI has consistently observed conservative investment policies, meeting the requirements under the insurance code. While we preserve the funds to be able to meet future obligations to our members, we manage to generate comparatively higher yield than the industry. Why are we able to generate higher yield than other life companies? The pioneer knights who served the early years of KCFAPI, the likes of Ambassador Oscar Ledesma, Brother Basilio King, Brother Roman Mabanta, Brother Mardonio Santos, and had set the example of true service. Knights that followed after them have continued to serve the association without any form of compensation. This is what makes KCFAPI different from other institutions. In the service of the church, KCFAPI has allocated from its resources a 10 million pesos investment fund, which we call CBCP Seed of Hope Fund. With this fund, KCFAPI has become committed to provide yearly support for the priority projects of CBCP. Moreover, in the most recent typhoon front, KCFAPI again has demonstrated its timely response through direct donation to the Archdiocese of Iloilo, which suffered the most inundation. KCFAPI has two foundations, the KC Philippines Foundation, Inc. and the Father George J. Willmann Charities, Inc. These foundations have supported 217 college graduates, 114 vocational graduates, 31 diocesan priests and seminarians, and 9 licensed saints. We at KCFAPI, myself, and the other officers and staff are proud to be part of this Golden Jubilee celebration and renew our pledge to do the same, if not more, for the next 50 years. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po kayong lahat. Vivat Jesus!